There is a huge escalation between the current Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, and the former Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, and it's frankly getting ridiculous. This whole saga, which is about the investigation into the lockdown period and back in those days, 2020, 2021, and this inquiry that's wanting to get more material and documents and evidence from all sides. Rishi Sunak's government are refusing to publish all the WhatsApp messages. Boris Johnson decided to go behind his back and say, I'm going to release everything. No redactions. Everything's going to be out in the open. Rishi Sunak is freaking out. His government is taking the inquiry to court on taxpayers' money. So that's the latest update. But Boris Johnson seems to be making his final move in order to bring down Rishi Sunak. He says, if I'm going down, I'm going to bring everybody else down with me. Everybody who was also responsible for those decisions during the lockdown period. So we have this letter that Boris has now written his office. Absolutely fascinating. So get ready for this. Get your popcorns. So address the Dame Heather saying that you have quite properly decided to leave no stone unturned in your search for the truth about government decision-making during the pandemic. Okay. He says, as I wrote to the inquiry yesterday, I see no reason why the inquiry should not be able to satisfy itself about the contents of my own WhatsApps and notebooks and to check the relevant WhatsApp conversations, about 40 of them, for anything that it deems relevant to the inquiry. The government yesterday decided to take legal action. It was not my decision to do so. While I understand the government's position, I am not willing to let my material become a test case for others when I am perfectly content for the inquiry to see it. I am therefore providing the material directly to your inquiry today in unredacted form. So, WhatsApps. He says, I am sending your inquiry all unredacted WhatsApps I provided to the Cabinet Office. I would like to do the same with any material that may be on an old phone, which I have been previously been told I can no longer access safely. In view of the urgency of your request, I believe we need to test this advice, which came from the security services. I have asked the Cabinet Office for assistance in turning it on securely so that I can search it for all relevant material. I propose to pass all such material directly to you. Notebooks. I no longer have physical access to my notebooks because they were removed from my office by the Cabinet Office. I have asked the Cabinet Office to pass these to you. If the government chooses not to do so, I will ask for these to be returned to my office so that I can provide them directly to you. So essentially, Boris Johnson is now playing I'm the good boy, I'm helping the inquiry, and Rishi Sunak is freaking out about what's going to be in those WhatsApp messages because he said, let's just do redacted version, right? The problem with this is that Boris says, these are my messages, so as in like they're on my phone, for example. I want to release them. But Rishi says, well, because the other side of the conversation was also me, I don't want them to be released, so I'm going to take it to court and I'm going to use your messages as evidence. It's absolutely chaotic. This is the latest update of the latest distraction in British politics, smokes and mirrors, as usual. Let me know what you think of this letter. Do you think that Rishi Sunak is going to get into trouble as well or not? I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.